According to the Dumpsters.com blog, the U.S. produces 268 million tons of waste, 140 million going into landfills each year, with the average American tossing 4.5 pounds of trash per day. The article titled Curbing America's Trash Production Statistics and Solutions was written by Juliana McDonald, the Senior Search Engine Optimization Specialist for Dumpsters.com. According to her bio, McDonald is an experienced content writer, strategist, and digital marketer who works has been featured by NAPL Golden Circle members and Capital One. Similarity to Dumpster.com, objectives of providing the best possible advice and resources. My objective for this speech is to educate my audience about the benefits of recycling and some tips about where to begin. To begin, an article by John Beam, a senior content specialist for the Dumpsters.com blog, states that the United States Environmental Protection Agency reported that in 2018, only 32.1% of the 292.4 million tons of waste for that year was recycled. The main reason that I am interested in recycling is because one of my best friends, she lives in Provo, Utah. I often help her and her family with errands, and I spend holidays and events with them. One of the errands that I help her with is transporting her recyclables to different recycling locations. She is very passionate about recycling, but neither her apartment complex nor those of any of her family or friends have a recycling bin program, allowing them to send their recyclables to pro sanitation. Because of this, my friend has developed a system of sorting her recyclables into individual categories, bringing the cardboard and paper to an elementary school recycling dumpster to support their grant, which helps raise money for their school, taking the plastic bottles and containers to the recycling dumpsters at Kiwanis Park, recycling plastic bags at Smith's, and selling metal recycling at MCR Recycling. I've never thought a lot about recycling before, but by helping her with it, I've become more aware of what can be recycled and the impact of producing less waste. So, what can be recycled, and how can we do it? Many people either choose not to recycle because they don't consider it a priority and don't make time for it, or they don't know what to recycle and how to do it. In this article written by John Beam, the senior content specialist for Dumpsters.com blog, there is a frequently asked questions section, and the answer for the question, how can I start recycling at home? Says to start by recycling what type of recycling options your local government offers. From there, you can start building a plan for the waste you toss from your home most often. Beam then suggests that his readers check out the Recycling Information Guide for tips and common recycling rules. Beam concludes his article by encouraging each person to take responsibility by increasing their personal recycling, stating that the recent stagnation can lead to a new recycling boom or complacency. Remember, any chance, no matter how small, can make a difference over the course of time. Regarding the percentage of yearly waste in the United States that is recycled, Beam provided a chart that shows that of the 32 major countries that track recycling data, the United States is ranked number 25 out of 32, falling behind countries like Slovenia, Germany, and South Korea, which recycled 72, 67, and 65% respectively of their waste in 2018 and 2019 compared to the United States 32%. The Recycling Information Guide that Beam references in his article is written by Katrina Hamalazes, a freelance writer, and she states that even with 91% of the U.S. having access to recycling programs, there is still 146 million tons of landfill waste due to the fact that plenty of people are confused by this rule of recycling. Hamalazes notes that one issue with recycling is a single stream recycling method, which consists of putting all of many types of recyclable materials into one bin for recycling day. Hamalazes states that one mistake could cause an entire recycling bin to be sent to the landfill. While they may seem like an extreme measure, it is necessary safety precaution. Improper recycling can lead to contamination of the materials, damaging and clogging of the recycling equipment at sorting facilities, and ultimately higher bills on your end. Juliana McDonald, the senior SEO specialist for the website, wrote an article titled, "Is Single Stream Recycling Worth It?" which lists the pros and cons of the single stream recycling method. In the final paragraph, she states, "Single stream recycling pushed us a step forward by making the behavior more accessible. To keep it sustainable and worth the additional cost to sort, the next move is to further educate our communities." McDonald, Beam, and Hasmaleas all agreed that educating the public on how and why to recycle is the key to increasing the United States recycling rates, which will result in less waste being sent to the landfills and a better chance at improving the environment. I'm going to end my speech with the 11 tips given by Hasmaleas in her article. Do your homework, leave your labels on the recyclables, take out the plastic soap pumps, recycle most paper items, even shredded paper. If the lids are the same material as the rest, leave them on. But take the lid off if there are different materials. Take the tape completely off of boxes. If something smaller than a sticky note, don't recycle it. Keep plastic bags out of the bin. Most grocery stores will recycle them for you. Recycle what can't go in your bin through specialized programs. Empty and rinse out drink and food containers, and finally the type of numbers of the plastic is important. The amount of waste that each country produces, especially the United States, increases each year. The world will eventually run low on the resources that we use to create everyday